I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey folks, this is Matt once again, and this time I'm reviewing the film for Michael Keane, if he's watching out there. Thanks to him, this review is being done. He sent me this. Now, Bordello of Blood will be reviewed. It's weird, I've seen both these films, but for some reason I wanted to review Bordello of Blood first. And that was like a few days ago, that's why I have a different shirt on when you see that video. But since Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight came out first, this is going to be the first video uploaded. And Michael Keane did a What I've Seen Lately episode where he talked about Whiteout, Demon Knight, and I think Alien. And I said, Whiteout, I don't remember a thing. I'm not a fan of that film. Alien is a classic. And he's like, well, what about Demon Knight? I'm like, I remember liking it, but I didn't remember much. And, of course, he rectified that and sent me this, which was very kind of him. And I gotta say, Demon Knight, first off, Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight is directed by Ernest Dickerson. Now, Ernest Dickerson, this is a guy who's gone, he directed a film called Juice, which I don't think I haven't seen that one. He did Bones with Snoop Dogg, which I don't own. I saw it once a long time ago, and I remember not liking it, like, at all. I went, come on, Snoop Dogg is the new horror villain. Seriously, what's in that exhibit? I don't know. I don't buy it. 50 Cent is a horror movie villain. I just remember the movie, not liking it, not liking the ending, just a lot of stuff. But maybe I gotta see it again. But Ernest Dickerson, to be honest, of the films I've seen of his, I think he did that Never Die Alone. Really, in my opinion, that's a DMX film I did not like at all. I thought it was boring as hell. Really, this is the only film I've seen that I've liked that this guy's directed, but it's a shame because this film, I really like this film, Demon Knight. It has a lot of energy to it. It has a pretty decent story. Now that I've seen both films, real quick, like Bordello of Blood, the main thing I liked about it was Dennis Miller. Now, if you don't like Dennis Miller, you're probably not going to like the movie, but I really like Dennis Miller in the film. Dennis Miller and Chris Sarandon get together with water guns that have holy water, and they kill the shit out of a bunch of vampires, whose titties are hanging out, female vampires, with the song, the Ballroom Blitz is playing. And you see vampires exploding. Cha-ching by Dennis Miller. And, so I can't totally hate the film when, I have a scene like that. But it has a lot of this film definitely has a lot of problems, which I get to, which I can't say I like the film a lot because of those problems, but I can still watch for Dennis Miller, but the ending mainly the ending ruined the film for me, which I'll get to next time, or the next video. But Demon Knight, I can say it's a better film, definitely gets a higher rating. Like, Demon Knight gets like a 6.5, while Bordello of Blood gets I can't remember, it's like a 4 point something or 5 point something. But I can understand because Demon Knight while Bordello of Blood, really I like Dennis Miller, mainly like Chris Sarandon, he's done better, but he's okay. Angie Everhart, she's okay. But Demon Knight, much more interesting story, much more focused, vibe to the film. It doesn't seem like the plot is just wandering around trying to find a story. The ending was much better than in Bordello of Blood. But again, Bordello of Blood I have a little bit of fun with. But again, I'll get to that. But getting to Demon Knight, what's interesting about this film is that the Tales from the Crypt, the guys behind this, which I think some of them were behind the TV show, which, granted, I didn't watch a lot of the TV show. I've seen a few, but I just couldn't get into it. Maybe I'd try again sometime. But, like, the executive producers, you got Richard Donner, David Gallen, Walter Hill, Joel Silver, Robert Zemeckis, and so you got a lot of executive producers on this, which I'm guessing they help on the show. And they wanted to make a trilogy of Tales from the Crypt films. Now, these Tales of the Crypt trilogy would not have anything to do with each other, except the key theme, which actually shows up in Bordello of Blood. That would be in each film, but they'd be different stories. It's weird. On IMDb, they said this was going to be the first of a trilogy, and technically there are 3 films. These 2 and a film called Ritual, which I don't want to watch Ritual. Making my fucking nose itch thinking of Ritual. Can't even say the word right. Ritual. Just heard as total shit. But it was going to be... But then I read somewhere else that it was going to be the second part of a trilogy. That you had Demon Knight. Then you had a story, like, I think the first story was going to be someone called Dead Easy. Then also known as Fat Tuesday. Something about a zombie movie in New Orleans. And I'm wondering if there's any more ideas behind what it was about. And then there's the third one was going to be a film called Body Count. Now, let's see, just looking something out real quick. Because I read somewhere. Like Fat Tuesday, also known as Dead Easy. Is that what it's called? Dead Easy? The plot was going to be something like, trying to start over after the death of his wife, a psychiatrist moves with his son to New Orleans, but his dead father... Oh, trying to start over after the death of his wife, a psychiatrist moves with his son to New Orleans, but the psychiatrist's dead father terrorizes them, drawing them into a bizarre voodoo ritual. So, yeah, it's kind of a zombie movie in New Orleans. And then the third film was going to be something called Body Count. While compiling clips for a documentary about violent crimes, a nephew discovers his uncle's dubious past. Now, I don't know what happened with those films, because I remember seeing an interview with Joel Silver saying that no matter what happens at the box office, those 2 films were going to be made. Obviously, that didn't happen. He's like, oh, we got a deal, and they're going to be made, and obviously that didn't happen. And I don't think Demon Knight did that bad. It says here it cost $13 million and made over $20 million. So it made back its money, and they said they had a deal even despite box office, so I don't know what the hell happened. So, but you didn't get those 2 films, the Dead Easy and the Body Count. Instead, you got Bordello of Blood and then Ritual, which they didn't really do much with. The reason I haven't gotten to the plot, but I mean, I say that, but I should get to the plot because it's actually an interesting plot. Because I was going to say, check it out for yourself, but you have Billy Zane and William Sadler. Billy Zane, I think this is his best performance. I haven't seen Dead Calm in a long time, but of the stuff I remember, this is definitely Billy Zane's best performance. Billy Zane, you need to do more movies like this, or more performances like this, where you're just having fun. You really need to, man, because, again, from the movies I remember, this is definitely Billy Zane's best performance. He played a character called, pretty much, the Collector, and he's chasing William Sadler, who you're not really quite sure what his name is. Maybe they did say it, but I'm just going to call him Breaker. That's the name he gives. We hear that he's called Breaker. William Sadler's character, he's basically the protector of this key, and you find out the key has blood, some of it from Jesus Christ himself. some of it from the people who was protecting this key before him. And the whole deal is the demons want this key. Something like way back when, one thing led to another, and the demons and the darkness made these 7 keys that you put them together, you get the power of the cosmos. And they spent shitload of time, years, decades, centuries, millions, maybe billions of years searching for these keys because they were all throughout the universe. And the last key is here on Earth. And so a demon knight, a man or woman charged to protect this key, and now William Sadler's character has an interesting thing where he has these stars, kind of like with the constellations, like these 7 stars. And he kind of realized that he needs to find another person who's going to take the realm, so to speak, if and when he's gone. And one thing leads to another, and it leads him to this kind of like a motel, but it used to be a church. And the characters you have there, you have Jada Pinkett, which I think she was still Jada Pinkett, because this was a 1996, actually 1995, because what's sad about this film, I don't know what the fuck happened with this. This film was supposed to debut on Halloween in 1994, which made sense. Debuting a Tales from the Crypt film, the first Tales from the Crypt film, Demon Night, on Halloween, it made sense. But for some fucking reason, they had to push it to January of 1995. And January is a bad month for movies, as a lot of people know. Yet, for somehow, The Devil Inside My Ass made money. I don't know why. That movie sucks my ass. This movie kissed the shit out of that movie. But that's sad. The Devil Inside My Ass made more money than this. You ever see Devil Inside My Ass? You'll know what I'm talking about. Because it's dirty. But this movie has a really interesting plot. Even the stuff before I get to that, what I was talking about with the release date, it was supposed to be Halloween 1994, but it's 1995, but Jada Pinkett didn't get married till like 1997. And if you see the trailers, they say Jada Pinkett. But when they released the new DVDs, they just added Jada Pinkett Smith, because that's her name now. But she wasn't married to Will Smith by then, because if you see the trailer, it just says Jada Pinkett. Because, yeah, I think she was married to him in 1997, somewhere around there. And this was like 94, 95, so. But she's there, like, she used to be a thief, but she's on this release program. You have the owner, played by CCH Pounder. She's been in a lot of stuff like Psycho 4 and End of Days, among other films. You have Charles Fleischer. You see him in a bit role in Nightmare on Elm Street. The voice of Roger Rabbit. He's there as a postal worker. You have Thomas Haden Church from the TV show Wings. He was the Sandman, Spider-Man 3, playing a real asshole prick. And you have a few others, like you have this older guy played by Dick Miller. And basically, William Sadler gets there, and while Billy Zane gets these cops to tells them a bullshit story so that Billy Zane can get to William Sadler and get the key. And all hell breaks loose, and basically the survivors sort of trap themselves in this motel's church type of building while Billy Zane, who rises these demons up, tries to get in. And I left some stuff out. I left a lot of stuff out. But it's really an interesting story. I thought it was kind of an intriguing story. I think it helped with the fast-paced, energetic direction by Ernest Dickerson. I thought the film really went at a quick pace. The actors, well, again, really, I could say Dennis Miller mainly is the guy I liked, and the others, they do just okay, or they're not really. Like Corey Feldman embarrasses himself in Bordello of Blood. But in Demon Knight, everybody is on the ball. William Sadler, very likable lead. You really feel sorry for him, but he's a pretty kick-ass guy. When he's shooting these demons, you guys shoot him in the eyes. And when they shoot him, like this green lightning bolt shoots out. And so you just really energetic action sequences. William Sadler being a badass. And William Sadler, a very underrated actor. I mean, he played the Grim Reaper in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. He was the bad guy in Die Hard 2. William Sadler's been in a lot of stuff. And he pulls some badass, kicks some demon ass in this flick. And Ernest Dickerson in this film showed that he knew how to film, how to bring some energetic direction to the flick. The film is gory too, has some really good practical effects, pretty decent soundtrack, like in the opening. Well, not the opening, because the very opening, the very ending, you actually have the Crypt Keeper himself showing that he's making a movie. And I thought they did the Crypt Keeper better here than Bordello of Blood, because Bordello of Blood, I didn't really care for the Crypt Keeper. Like, good effects, but the jokes and stuff didn't really work. Here I didn't mind. Maybe because of the idea that he's making a movie, and maybe the puns were a little bit better. I like that you find out he's actually making, like, you have this woman, really sexy looking woman, saying that she killed this person, and she's, you know, moaning and groaning. She's in the bathtub, someone's going to kill her, and you find out it's a movie within a movie. And the guy, the actor, is actually John Larroquette, which I thought he was really fun. I'd almost want to see a movie with John Larroquette as his actor, trying to take direction from the fucking Crypt Keeper. Because John Larroquette, he's there for a little bit, but I'm like really entertaining. Again, I would love to see a whole movie of this movie being made where John Larroquette is getting shit on by the Crypt Keeper, and you know, that'd be an entertaining movie. But and then he shows up, Crypt Keeper shows up at the end. But after that, when you get into the actual story, you have the song Hey Man, Nice Shot by the band Filter, which I really like that song. If you want to hear that song, watch the trailer to Behind Enemy Lines. It's in that trailer. Or you just type in Hey Man, Nice Shot. Really, I remember that from the X-Files episode 2 called DPO. That's the one with Giovanni Ribisi and Jack Black with the lightning. The guy who can shoot lightning to control like electricity and shit. But like I said, it gets really gory, and special effects, like Billy Zane punches right through a sheriff's fucking head. And Billy Zane, he's having fun. I mean, when he gets pissed, he's like talking to stuff like, you know, fuck this cowboy shit. You fucking hold up. Well, then there, motherfuckers. You know, all you have to do is give me the goddamn key. Then we can get on with our lives. Oh well, then cuts his hand. All right, this house is hereby condemned, and just splashing this, like the blood is, it's like green shit. So I guess he's more like a high level demon. And yeah, I think his name, they call him the Collector. But Billy Zane's having a lot of fun with his role. Who's the writers behind this? Because I thought they did a good job, you know, with the lines and the story. I thought it all pretty gelled together pretty well. I don't really have much problems with the story. I thought, okay, it's different and it's interesting, and yeah, I like the key is actually the blood of Christ, and you can actually put it down and it forms like a border, like a shield to protect, so they can't get in. And you actually have a cool scene where, you know, William Sadler pours it and one tries to break through, and the really cool scene tries to break through and pretty much explodes. So you don't fuck with William Sadler. You don't fuck with the Grim Reaper. The guys who wrote this, yeah, why isn't the show there? Yeah, I go to main full cast and crew, I guess. Usually they show it on the main page, the writers. Mark Bishop, Ethan Rife. First of all, Mark Bishop. Well, he didn't write much. But let me see. Ethan Rife and Cyrus Voris. They would go on to... Oh, they were big on that TV show Brimstone. Actually, that makes sense. I think in Brimstone they dealt with demons that you had to shoot in the eyes. So they kind of took that. You see, they wrote a lot of Josh Kirby Time Warrior movies. Oh god, they wrote Bulletproof Monk. They came up with the story for Kung Fu Panda, story for Robin Hood, the 2010 one. What do you have here? The same writers, Ethan Reif and Cyrus Voris, they helped write Men of War with John Sayles. That's a very underrated Dolph Lundgren film. That's a Dolph Lundgren film I actually want to review again sometime. Only because I think it's a very underrated Dolph Lundgren film. It's a Dolph Lundgren flick that if you haven't seen, it's one of his best ones. And it's truly one of his most underrated ones because no one talks about Men of War. Very underrated film. Didn't do anything. That's a very underrated flick. It's without doubt one of Dolph Lundgren's best movies. It's a film that cost like $5-6 million, but it would have fit in theaters. I mean, it was very well done, but that's another day, another review, or re-review, I should say. But really good special effects, like when Billy Zane gets the demons start being created, and it really is like they're being born. Really good practical effects, and the demons themselves are, I thought, pretty damn well done. Just a lot of fun. It's a fun movie. When Billy Zane's trying to seduce the people inside, some he gets, some he doesn't. When they get possessed, they turn to demons themselves. You get some gore, like one person gets their arm broken, then ripped off. This is very entertaining, very fast-paced, very energetic with an interesting storyline, very capable cast, great lead, great bad guy. My only little gripe is that Jada Pinkett, you find out that she's going to be the new chosen one. Kind of wish throughout the movie that she had, fought a little bit more with the demons, or, picked up a gun and tried to shoot them, or, show a little bit more of that, okay, she's going to be the one. But, that's just a little nitpick, because she gets at the end, but because she puts the blood in her mouth, and when Billy Zane gets her, she spits it right in his face and fucks him up. Really good death scene, because he burns up and then turns to like this demon, or like this bat type creature, and really well done special effects. Doesn't end on a stupid note either. That was one of my main problems with Bordello of Blood, but here they don't do that, which I appreciated. I don't know what else I can say about this film. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's fast-paced, it's gory at times. It's ballsy at times. A little kid gets possessed and they fuck him up. Again, enjoyable cast. Billy Zane, I think this is his best performance that he's done. Maybe I gotta see Dead Calm, but he's having a lot of fun with this role. He should do it again. William Sadler, very capable as the leading guy. He kind of wish he would have gotten more roles as the leading hero, because he really pulled off well in this film. Again, very interesting story, and you get some fun bits of humor, like this girl punches a demon, and then she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I kind of like how that pulled off, and but it's not totally comedic. It's a little bit comedic, but there's still a lot of horror elements too. While Bordello of Blood is much more of a comedy affair. But yeah, Demon Knight, very solid film, very entertaining film. It's definitely worth a look. If you have never seen Demon Knight, if you like good horror films, it's worth a look. It's only an hour, and without the end credits, it's like an hour and 20 some minutes. So it says 92 minutes. But yeah, without the end credits, like an hour and 20 some minutes. And either way, thanks for watching. It's check this double feature out. Bordello of Blood, even if you don't like it, I think you'll get some laughs out of it. But Demon Knight is definitely a very solid purchase. And if you find this, you'll probably get as much as getting them by themselves. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care. Strong recommendation for Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. It's too bad that Tales from the Crypt didn't do more movies like Demon Knight. Well, they did, but they kind of fucked up with this one. But again, there's a lot that I like, but you'll find out what I mean next time. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care. Later.